The Xbox ROG Ally is shipping this week. Where are they in the shipments? And are you excited for yours? We'll take a look at some of the posts about that. It is a big week here for game releases on Xbox, just in time for the ROG Xbox Ally, which is going to be great for people who are picking up those devices. There's another rumor swirling around. This one is very odd, and it just kind of doesn't make any sense when you take a look at the picture that's being shown. And the overall discussion around this at this point is getting pretty ridiculous when it comes to Xbox consoles inventory within store. So we will look at that, plus some other things to go over. But before we do, hit the subscribe, like all that stuff. If you enjoy daily gaming content, for now, let's get into the news. So the ROG Xbox Ally is on the way. I'm pretty excited for it. We have the Ally X, we have the Ally coming out, and the Ally X is the one I think most people are looking forward to, just in terms of how much of an advancement this is going to be in the current generation of handhelds. It does have one of the more powerful chips out there. It is going to be a top of the line handheld. You're going to be able to play AAA games, all of those things. I already did some look at the Z1 Extreme and Battlefield 6 comparatively to a video that was showing off the Z2 Extreme that is in the ROG Xbox Ally X, and you do see a jump between the two chips. How big of a jump? That's going to be on a game by game basis and how you do utilize the handle. But I am excited for it. It is coming out this Thursday, but apparently there are already units sitting on shelves in the United States. If you walk into a store, you should be able to see them in, and you never know, maybe you'll be able to get one early here. This is a picture that was taken of the ROG Xbox Ally X fully stocked up in store in the US, sitting on Best Buy pickup shelves, being ready there. I'm guessing for the people to go in there and pick up the order that they've pre-ordered. Maybe you walk in and say that you have any extras, and who knows, maybe they sell you one as well. But they are there sitting on the shelf. Also have the shipments getting prepared for pickup on Thursdays, as these are being sent out to people who have pre-ordered them on Best Buy. I know mine, I pre-ordered on Best Buy. It does say October 16th, but it hasn't changed since I pre-ordered it. So fingers crossed that it is actually a October 16th delivery, because I'm getting it delivered through the mail, or maybe you can walk in and pick one up as well. One of the big questions I will have, and I may just test this out myself on Thursday, is if you go to the store at opening, will these be readily available on the shelf, or are they as sold out as we have been seeing for the ROG Xbox Ally X? They've had shipments come in, you've seen them selling out, you've seen actual order dates get pushed to November and December. So I wonder if you actually walk into the store right when the store opens, if you could just pick one up. That will be something interesting to see. I tried this with the Nintendo Switch 2. I had no problem getting a Nintendo Switch 2 on launch day at store opening at Walmart. They had tons available in inventory. I wonder if that will be the same here with the ROG Xbox Ally X at Best Buy. And then obviously the ROG Xbox Ally, which I believe is available across multiple retailers like Walmart. I feel like that one you should have no problem walking in and getting on the launch day. But we are close. It's going to be very exciting. We'll do some more comparisons. We'll do some games running on it in terms of videos and just seeing how this thing does perform. And we'll see how Xbox kicks off their first ever handheld in a time where the selection of games is very good. The Xbox app is getting a new overlay and a new user interface here that should give a nice console experience. That's going to be the biggest upgrade here from using traditional Windows handheld PC. So excited about all the stuff coming here on October 16th. Now, in terms of this week, this is a great week to be releasing games and to be releasing the ROG Xbox Ally X. You have a bunch of stuff coming up here available on Xbox Game Pass, also obviously on the ecosystem itself. You have Keeper, which is the next first party game coming from Double Fine. And this looks like it's going to be a pretty cool game, a puzzle game, style of game, adventure game. You're playing actually as a light tower. And I mean, from the trailers and the videos that they have shown off, I feel like this is going to end up being one of those hidden gems. Double Fine usually knocks their games out of the park. If you remember Psychonauts 2, how good that game was. So I'm not expecting anything less with Keeper in terms of a quality game. It probably will be a smaller game overall. I believe it's only $30. So shorter experience, but I'm hoping that it will be very good. This game does launch here in the upcoming week on October 17th, I believe, is the actual release date for this one. Yeah, you can see here that Keeper is down here coming for the Xbox Series X and S and PC. But there are so many other games, some ones to highlight here, especially the Game Pass ones. You have Ball X Pit, which I've talked about, looks like really fun, a fast-paced roguelite ball breaker style of game coming here on October 15th. You have NASCAR 25 coming on October 14th for all the fans out there who like those racing games. You also have this game Blood West coming out on October 16th, which actually looks pretty cool. An immersive FPS game here in Weird West Legends. They say meet Eldritch Horror, and I've watched some videos on this one. It looks like it'll be a pretty fun FPS. And then on October 22nd, coming Game Pass day one as well, you have The Outer Worlds 2. So these next 2 weeks are very big here for Game Pass, for Xbox, the handheld, everything dropping on to that platform. It should be a great time for gamers to find something to play. Plus, I mean, all the other stuff that has come out. Battlefield 6 that just dropped that I've been playing, which is a ton of fun. So you'll have that. And then just early in November, you're also going to have Call of Duty Black Ops 7. So lots of games coming out, and it's all starting this week. But we're really getting into a heavy period here of day one Game Pass stuff and first party Xbox stuff, plus all of the third party stuff that is out and coming out in the future. Now, we have a story here that has been going around, it's been making the rounds, and this is something we continuously are hearing about, and it is Xbox pulling product off the shelves. We've heard they're pulling products off of Costco and Sam's Club, and now there's a Reddit post that is going around that has been spread out already by major accounts, and a lot of people are talking about it, and it seems at this point nothing more than just a complete misinformation campaign about Xbox. An anonymous person came out and said that Target and Walmart were pulling the Xbox stock from the store shelves. It really kicked off here, I think, getting most people talking about it here from Shinobi602, who put out this tweet. And if you go down into the tweet, it has 817,000 views and I mean 4.1k likes, 832 retweets and everything. And it says Target and Walmart seemingly pulling stock or Xbox stock from store shelves, linking to the gamer.com article. And you go into the article, and it basically is just an anonymous person on Twitter who is making a claim here that they work for Target and that all Xbox games will be gone store-wide. They say on Wednesday, the Target I work for has removed all Xbox games. I'm pretty sure it will be store-wide. All the games have been discontinued and will likely go on clearance. And they say my local Target is getting rid of their Xbox section. And it continues. This person says the Walmart store I work at is getting rid of the Xbox games too. We are doing a store remodel now, and the new layout for electronics will have no Xbox games. And Switch and PlayStation will be condensed to one lock case each. In the year or so I've been in electronics here, I can count on one hand the number of times I've sold an Xbox game. So those are all posts going on Reddit, got spread around like wildfire and everything. And then we have this article that has popped up here from Windows Central, which basically debunks this entire rumor. Xbox made a statement. We've had people call their stores, and their stores have made claims and statements here that this is not true at all. Seems like it's just a major misinformation campaign. I mean, the second time that we've had this within the last week here in terms of Xbox, with Xbox being dead and them not making consoles in the future, now them pulling Xbox stock out of these major retailers and everything. But we have the article here from Windows Central saying no, Target and Walmart are not removing Xbox products from their stores as Xbox misinformation reaches new levels. And that is where we are right now with Xbox. So much misinformation going on. So many people just want to put on negative headlines towards the Xbox brand and what is going forward with the future of Xbox, whether you're a fan of them or not. The attraction to doing that, whether you want to admit it or not, is because negative Xbox stuff sells, gets lots of clicks, lots of views. Just go look at YouTube videos, go look at the views on the negative content over the last week. It is massive for a lot of creators out there, even on just on other social media platforms. But Destin Legary here called, and his Walmart said, I just called my local Walmart to ask if they were discontinuing or pulling Xbox stock. They said, at least to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything about the light clearing inventory or anything like that, or about being discontinued. They also said still have them in stock. I know for me, I've been to 2 Walmarts in the past week. I've been to, I believe, 1 Best Buy as well. Both of them have their Xbox section. Nothing's changed from the last couple of years. The PlayStation and Nintendo sections are still there. The overall physical gaming section at these stores have dwindled going into this generation comparatively to what we used to have. This is just kind of where the industry is going full digital. And we will continue to see these stores reduce the amount of space that they put towards physical CDs, physical games, all of that type of stuff, because the industry is now almost completely digital. So this is not even a shock, even if this was to happen. I don't think this really indicates very much for the future of any platform by Best Buy pulling some inventory and some stock and some shelving space for physical gaming games and for physical products. Yeah, they're always going to keep like accessories and things like that, but overall, the industry has gone digital. Now that's Destin Legary, and Major Nelson actually chimed in here saying, all I know is I went to a couple of Target and GameStop stores this week, and I did find Xbox hardware and games for sale. It says I even did a little investigative work by going to my local Target during an unrelated errand where I stopped by to check the shelves. I always walk by the Xbox and the gaming section whenever I go to Walmart, and it's always been the same now for a very, very long time. But the real debunk here comes from Xbox themselves, as they say Microsoft has given a statement noting that Walmart and Target at large are still committed partners for Xbox hardware, saying Target and Walmart, among other retailers, remain committed partners for Xbox consoles, accessories, and games. So it is at this point another misinformation campaign that has been debunked by Xbox. The second one in the span of a week. The first one was obviously the future of the Xbox hardware. And all of this, if you think about it, stems from Xbox raising Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to $30 per month. Now, I don't support price raises. I don't like price raises. I've said this multiple times, even though I'm still going to be subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate because the value is still there for me. I'm going to get my value out of the amount that I pay on a monthly basis for the service. But all of this stems from that. That's why we're getting all of this stuff happening. And also, as I mentioned earlier, because of the negativity towards Xbox just gets you tons of clicks. It's very obvious now when you go and take a look at the views and everything that people get from saying Xbox is dead, when obviously it's not true. Xbox is not dead at this point, and I don't see them being dead in the future. I mean, we have the Xbox ROG Allies releasing this week, and then we're going to look forward to whatever other stuff that they end up having in terms of hardware in the future, which is what they are still working on. All right, a couple more things here. Rare's Everwild. We did get some images that did appear online. So if you are ever interested in seeing more about this game, there are some screenshots here from Everwild. Now, we never got gameplay or anything. We only got the trailer that didn't show off too much about this game. So to be fair, it's not like it was something that we got gameplay of and got people extremely excited about what this game could be. But it was definitely intriguing, I think, for a lot of people to wonder what Rare's next big game was, because Rare is a pretty beloved developer here. Here are some of the screenshots, and you can see this is a survival building style of game. It doesn't look like it's too deep in development from these screenshots, but you can see inventory. You can see some of the tools that you're using. You can see something Figment's there, Mosaic. So you're probably building up your base and everything and making it customized to the way that you want it and stuff like that. So it kind of gives me some Zelda Breath of the Wild vibes in a way, just from the aesthetic. But it was another survival game here that was going to be coming from Rare. So unfortunately, we won't see it as that one has been canceled, but we can kind of have a glimpse into what could have been from those UI screenshots and just kind of the aesthetic that they're going for with that game. All right, a couple of more things here. 2 more Ubisoft Classic games have been added to PC Game Pass. If you're a fan of these games, you can go and check those. This is Heroes of Might and Magic 2 Gold Edition and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete Edition, both added here. And I've never played these games before. I've heard, I mean, these are pretty classic games. I've only really heard good things about them. But if you ever want to try these styles of games, they are now here on PC Game Pass for you to check out. I've heard these games just in passing and people talking about them, that being classic stuff. So that is pretty cool here that they've added these old classic games here to PC Game Pass for anyone out there who does want to go and try them out. And finally, when we talk about handhelds, the Nintendo Switch 2, for what it is, I feel like has been a pretty impressive handheld. We've seen games like Cyberpunk 2077 run on it, Star Wars Outlaws run on it, and both those games are heavy games that run decently well for the Nintendo Switch 2, for what's under the hood, for the price of the platform, everything like that. I think they've done a very good job. Another massive game that you could predict was going to be dropping there, because Ubisoft does bring their games over to the Switch, and that is Assassin's Creed 2. Looks like it is going to be coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is one of the most beautiful games if you play it on a high-end PC, if you play on the Xbox Series X, you play on the PS5. It is a very beautiful game. I wonder how they're going to get this running on the Switch 2. I have a feeling if we can base it off of Star Wars Outlaws, we may see some great results here from what the Nintendo Switch 2 can do here for what you can expect from what they have in that piece of hardware. They say Switch 2 versions of Assassin's Creed Shadows appears on the French retailer website. And when this happens, you basically can assume this game is coming over. Retailer Ocon has listed the game, complete with apparent box art on its website with the description in French. Experience Assassin's Creed Shadows in a whole new way with the Nintendo Switch 2. So I can expect this to happen. The fact that they brought Star Wars Outlaws to the Switch 2, you can pretty much expect this to Assassin's Creed Shadows to also be coming, and just lots of future Ubisoft games to be coming to the Switch 2. They've obviously found a way to optimize well for that console. Yes, you're not getting the same experience as you're getting on the Xbox Series X or on a PC, but you're still getting, I think, a very good experience in handheld for what is offered here with the Nintendo Switch 2, based off of what I've played here with Star Wars Outlaws. But I'll end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.